Hey there, TOC Town Locals. This is Lady Nick, your social media red guide. Today I have the update on my travel planner. So I wanted to give you an insight in some of the things I had to sort of kind of juggle in order to figure out. And also, I posted a haul from Staples that I received last week, but a couple more things came in after the post was put up, so I wanted to share some more tips on how to take administrative notes for your clients while you're out and about. Okay, let's get started. You know, this is my wallet slash planner that I use when I go out and about. So what I did was I picked up the Evernote Moleskine oops, planner. So, okay. And I didn't realize, I know I had heard so many YouTube videos about it, but the paper is super smooth. I actually did a paper test on one that I'm keeping in the office. So two came in a pack, and I'm going to use this when I go out and about. And also I have a full haul video on some of the other things I plan on using, because you know that I switched back to pen and paper, because I've had some, disastrous moment happen with some electronic equipment. So I figured with this, I can try and marry the paper along with the electronics. So let's say something happens to my phone, or for whatever reason the file is destroyed on my tablet, then at least it's still written on paper. So I'm going to carry this one in my wallet, and I'm going to leave the extra one back at home. So I'll let you know how that turns out. And if you actually use this system, feel free to leave a comment down below on how you use it as you travel out and about. Okay, that'll stay in there. Now, okay, bear with me because I decided to print the DIY fish inserts without reading or even studying the instructions. So, needless to say, I did get a good batch, but I'll explain later. But before I do that, I wanted to share with you that Moleskine Evernote came with a free 1 month premium code subscription. So even though sometimes you decide you may or may not need it, it comes with extra gifts. So this one was a good find because I already have one with 3 month subscription, and this is an additional month. So I'll have 4 months to try. Either I use one for my administrative side and one for my travel side, or use both for one. So if you've used this already, let me know how it comes out. I love hearing feedbacks and tips on how other people, use it. I read reviews all the time, but sometimes when you hear it personally from a person who's experienced it, it has a different impact. I think so. What about you? So what I did was several sheets, extra sheets that I had, I went ahead and separated the month at a glance. So let's say I had an admin week for my administrative planner. I highlighted it here so that at least I knew for my travel business, I already have something going on, so I don't double book myself as far as doing podcasts and also doing video blogs. And then I printed out the week 9, week at a glance, and also wanted to start tracking. Now, I confess to having like chunky handwriting. If you don't believe me, here's the evidence. So I already went past the first line, but this is just a trial period for me. So I wanted to start tracking my mileage, my fitness, some strength training that I want to do, payments that I need to make on behalf of the agency, and also reservations and some special key codes. So I keep this right here in the pocket for convenience, which I really like her sense of detail. So it's going to be interesting for me to be able to write this small. But like I said, because I have this Uniball micro fiber pen, let me show it to you here. See how fine the sun decided to grace us with his presence. That's why I was like, let me hurry up and film. But I hope you can see that because it has a fine tip, I can write smaller than my normal handwriting. So, and of course, printing will come in handy as far as getting a lot of information in a small amount of space. Okay, so let's get to the month. Now, be gentle, be nice. This was my first time dealing with printing it. I had heard the horror stories, but figured I knew my printer, but at least could figure it out. Well, 4 times later, I finally figured it out, but I refused to throw away what I had already. So this is what I decided to do in order to recover some of the printouts. I printed out the cover page, and because I like the graph paper on the back side, I decided to keep it. You're always writing notes as a travel agent, and especially when I'm doing video blogs and podcasts, I'm always needing space to remind me what's the next question or what subject that we're going to be discussing. So then I use the tape Fetty to highlight the month at a glance. I'm going to be participating in the Women of Worth one-day retreat. I'll try and link some of the stuff information below. And also, if you want to find out some tips that I learned as I share with some of the women there, feel free to come back, like, comment, or subscribe on this post, and I'll make sure to have the information to you the next time when I come back. It's on it's on April the 2nd from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So if you can come out and join us, feel free. All right, this is a month at a glance, and then the little notes here. Graph sheet. Now this starts week 9. Here's week 10. How it printed out double. Remember, we're not going to ask, just recover. And also, I decided maybe I can use it, horizontally, and then try and use it vertically. So that's what I love about this system, is that it's very versatile. So if you mess up, you can still recover. Paper is paper, and your thoughts are still precious. So make sure you write them down, because I'm always in a situation where I wrote something down and I'm glad that I did, because I remember, hey, I got to get that project done, or I got to get back to that client, so things flow through a lot easier. And here are your bullet points, and I like the way it's shaded on and off, so I can keep my thoughts separate. Even the boxes line up with each section, so I can dedicate either one line or one section to one topic, or opposite, 1, 2. Another grid page. This is week 11 at a glance. Week 12, a blank sheet. You never know. And just in case, another month at a glance. And more graph sheets. Now, mind you, with this event coming up next month, I'm going to be doing a lot of layout. So this is actually going to come in handy as I position the camera. Where am I going to be able to walk around to interview some of the women participating? So those are some of the things, even though I'm going to be there as a travel agent, administratively, I got to work through things too. See, and this, I've already started writing down notes. And this is week 13. So I picked up a stamp set from Sweet Stamp Shop. I know in the last video blog that I've done that I said I hadn't decided on how I was going to decorate my month at a glance. But I did decide on a script font that I really like with Sweet Stamp Shop. So I'm going to try that to see if they fit in the boxes. If not, it's not going to be a waste, because I can always print out some DIY fish inserts. Or I'm also looking into So Much Crafting. I love their paper quality. So I think that is about it for this current update. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. If you want to be involved in our community on tlctown.com, to always sign into our guest book. And also leave us a note, let us know what you're all about as a small business, or even if you're studying environmental. Hold on. That's actually part of the environment we live in now, urban life. If you're interested in doing some environmental studies, with our community, also leave us a note in the guest book. So I just look forward to seeing everyone face to face or in person, or I'm always loving a note here and there, encouraging us to keep going. And our blogosphere our bloggers within the sphere are doing a whole set of podcasts this week and updating you on their planners. So be sure to check them out. All right, take care and God bless. Safe travels.